What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 video. Today we are going to be doing another top 10 things I bet you didn't know in Garden Warfare 2. So happy to be doing this again because I haven't done one in quite some time, and it's really hard to find stuff like this. If you guys do go on to enjoy, make sure to drop a like. If you guys new, subscribe. If I look a little different, it's because I don't have my glasses on, and that is because I have my ring light on, and you're not gonna be able to see my face, my eyes. So yeah, let's get right into number 10. Coming in at number 10 is going to be the it doesn't really have a name, but I like to call it the spinning bean bomb glitch. All you want for this glitch is the sombrero bean bomb. You can do this with regular bean bomb and dark bean bomb, but it's a lot harder to do. Between these two bushes in the backyard, all you want to do is you just want to throw it, and this happens. Yeah, that's it. That's why it's number 10. It's pretty lame. It's kind of cool. I don't really it's weird because I don't know why it does this. It just kind of spins. My best guess is that it's like trying to move into the space, because in tight spaces in like video games, in a lot of video games, like objects like move around and try to find like a good spot. I don't know how to explain it, but I think that's what it's doing here. Don't really know, but yeah. It's kind of cool, kind of not. That's why it's number 10. Coming in at number 9 is going to be one I actually realized while playing. On the loading screen for Lunar Landing, one of the buildings is completely missing. Like, literally is just missing. And I'm gonna show the image right now, and I'm gonna give you a look before I tell you where it is, because I guarantee you probably won't know where it is. So I'm gonna tell you in 3, 2, 1. It's right here. This is where the building is. It's just completely missing. Usually there's just like a little building here with like a little arch, and I guess it just didn't render in when they were making these loading screens. You can literally see like the unloaded chunks in the loading screen, which to me is just wild. I'm not gonna say it's like crazy how they missed it, because honestly I've been playing this game for 6 years, or 7 years actually, and I have never seen this. Not that I really looked, but you would assume that they would have looked and made sure everything is good. But they didn't. But that tends to be a big thing with the developers, is they have a lot of unrendered textures in their loading screens. But this is just one of them. There's plenty of them in other games, but this is just the main one that I wanted to say, because literally I always knew something was off about this loading screen, but I could never really figure out what, and now I know. Coming in at number 8 is going to be another one for these loading screens, except this isn't a loading screen. This is going to be one of the images in Welcome Mat when you go to select it in the portal. Take a good look at the Peashooter. You notice anything? Does he look kind of strange? Yeah? Well, that's because he's missing his eyebrows. Again, I don't know how they miss this type of stuff. I mean, how do you even unrender a Peashooter's eyebrows? The way I think that they render these is they go into their software and they just put the models there. Why does the Peashooter model not have eyebrows? I literally saw it, and I could just immediately tell that the Peashooter just didn't have eyebrows. I mean, this one was pretty obvious, but again, nobody plays Welcome Mat, so I would assume you guys didn't know it. And yeah, so that's just, something that's cool. That's kind of funny, kind of cool. And the next 7 on this top 10 things I bet you didn't know are actually going to be cooler ones. These were just ones that I kind of found and decided to put in the video. So the next ones, I promise, are actually going to be worth your time. Coming in at number 7, this one is a really, really strange one, based on... I'll explain it to you. Basically, this one is the marine biologist's icon shows on any other scientist's customization. Don't really know how to explain this one, like the base glitch of this. I'm going to show a video on screen. Basically, when you go to any scientist, except for regular scientist, and obviously marine biologist, except for those two, if you put on no hat, and then you go to the next customization and you go all the way to none, for some reason, it's the marine biologist icon. There's a lot of glitches with icons in Garden Warfare 2. I just thought that this was the weirdest one, because it doesn't work with regular scientists. They must have put that placeholder on every single other scientist, because it doesn't work with regular scientists, which is just the strangest thing to me. So either I'm missing something here, or someone at PopCap forgot to do their job and replace the placeholders. But yeah, they're just completely missing, like the placeholders for the other scientists. It only works in this specific circumstance for some reason, not in any other circumstance. but I just thought it's so weird. It's kind of like an Easter egg. It's kind of like you need to put in a certain thing to find the Easter egg. It's just so weird. I don't know why it's like that. I really don't know. If anybody can come up with an explanation on why this is like that, let me know in the comments below. Coming up at number 6 is going to be a thing that actually a lot of people surprisingly didn't know, and that is Breakfast Brains actually gains speed momentarily for every kill. After every single kill, no matter if it's a online player or if it's a weed, you actually get a momentary speed boost, which is actually pretty good. I didn't really know this until like as a matter of fact, I didn't know this until a couple years ago when I randomly just noticed it on stream. You can actually see little particle effects under you when you kill someone, and that's how I noticed it. I noticed, I was like, what is that? And then I noticed I was running faster. I mean, it's not much faster, and it really doesn't last for that long, so it kind of like, it makes you wonder like why. Like, I'm not complaining that it's on Breakfast Brains, but like why? Like, it really doesn't help that much. If it was faster, like double the speed, I think you'll be like a lot better. But it just really makes me ask, like, why Breakfast Brains and why so like unnoticeable? It's literally so unnoticeable that most people don't know this. I don't know how that most people don't notice. I don't know how I didn't notice, but yeah, literally you just kill someone with Breakfast Brains and you get a kill. This only works, by the way, with his primaries. I think it's only his slaps. I don't know if it works with his beam, but you can't kill him with abilities and do this. You gotta use your primary, and I think that's the reason why a lot of people don't notice it, is because a lot of kills do come from his super ball, because it's really good. So yeah, just saying, you have to get killed with your primary. Coming up at number 5 is going to be Rock P and Painter's projectiles keep their momentum. Now, I don't really know how to explain this. Like, a lot of these, I don't really know like the wording to explain these, but this one, basically, when you're moving around here, I'll show you Painter first. When you're moving around and you just shoot, it just goes straight. That's for most characters except for these two. The difference between these two characters is, for some reason, it's completely hidden in the game. Like, you have to find this out yourself. It doesn't say it anywhere. Rock P and Painter, literally, when they shoot their projectiles, if you're moving left or right, your projectile will begin to move left or right depending on which one you're moving. It's the weirdest thing ever. And a funny thing about this is when I was actually mastering Rock P, I recall plenty of times where I was shooting at someone and I was moving, obviously, in like hyper. Because if you use hyper, it moves a lot faster because it keeps your momentum. I recall plenty of times where my shots were directly on them and it didn't hit them. And I genuinely thought I was going crazy. And I think that's the reason why I don't like Rock P a lot, but that's, no. It's just so weird why it's like this for these two characters. One of them is like a sniper and one of them is one you want to be up close with. So I don't know why it's on these two characters. It's a very cool like concept. I really wish they made maybe like a variant like this. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, it's just a really weird thing, but it's a really cool thing to mess around with. I've seen plenty of clips of people like they shoot and then it curves into someone and kills them. I think that's like really cool if you can master it. If you're on the jackhammer, it goes like super fast because obviously you keep the momentum. Turbo jackhammer, it just turns. It just like almost a 45-degree angle to whichever direction. It's so weird. I don't know why it's like this, but that is number 5. Coming up at number 4 is going to be the Red Artichoke. Has the Engineer's jackhammer sound, but just sped up. Before I tell you guys what this is complete credit to LT Dark Ring. I was watching one of his videos and I really thought that it was super interesting, and I asked him for permission to use this in my video and he said yes. So everybody go check out his video, link in the description. If you don't know what I just said means before I credited Dark Ring, the Red Artichoke drone is a cactus ability. It is a drone, it is red, it moves fast, and it has different sound effects than all the other drones. Now what's cool about this is I'm going to be quiet so you can listen to the sound effect of it shooting. This is literally just the sound of the Engineer on a jackhammer, but sped up.
But if we are to slow it down to only 45% speed and play it back again, we begin to hear something familiar. This is the same sound as the Engineer when he is riding his jackhammer. And if we are to double its speed and pitch, we get it sounding almost exactly like the Red Artichoke drone.
and it sounds exactly like the engineer on his jackhammer. I mean, I don't think their budget was low. I guess they just wanted to save some money, or maybe they wanted to do this as an Easter egg. Probably that seems more viable, honestly. I just thought it was like super interesting because I mean, I don't really use red artichoke, but I just thought it was super interesting how you don't notice it, like, really at all. Like, I don't know how somebody noticed this and then slowed it down, but you really don't notice it, that it's the engineer, because it's, you know, you're in a drone and you're shooting, you just hear, you know, you just hear the shooting sound effect. You don't really notice what it sounds like. I don't know, I just really thought that was a really cool thing. I wouldn't ever have guessed that they reused a sound effect like that from an engineer to a drone. It's super weird. But yeah, that is number 4. Coming up at number 3 is going to be that the Rose's Time Snare ability actually used to have a different effect and a completely different name. As you all know, the Rose has 3 main abilities: the Arcane Enigma or Arcane Lotus, the Goat or the Psychedelic Goat, or the Time Snare. And in my opinion, the Time Snare is probably the worst ability for the Rose. Still good, but one of the worst. If you didn't know this, in early testing of the game, I'm going to play a clip. The Rose had a gravity grenade-like aura to the Time Snare, and if you can see in the clip, it actually says Sands of Time Assist. So it was called Sands of Time, the ability, which is weird because it's completely different from Time Snare. It's such a different name, such a different ability, and in the clip, I'm just wondering if maybe this kind of was like a gravity grenade where she would put down like a bubble, and if you stepped in it, it would kind of slow you down. Kind of like what Nightcap has in BFN, where whenever Nightcap goes inside of that little bubble, it goes invisible, but instead it's like Time Snare, where if you step inside of it, you're slowed down. Which, if that's the case, I see why they changed it, because you can just walk around it. But yeah, it just looked different, had a different name, and I actually didn't know this, and I was scrolling online, and I seen this, and I was kind of like blown away, because I thought I would have seen this somewhere, but I didn't. And it's just such a different change now. You know, it's just like a little, she throws it and it time snares you for a couple seconds, and then you're back. And yeah, and also you get an assist for using this ability, which is weird. You get an assist for slowing people down. I guess it makes sense, it's an assist, but yeah. And also, as you can see, a little bonus, you got coins instead of XP. They were gonna go with the Garden Warfare 1 coin thing, where you earn coins instead of XP. Yeah, I just thought that was super cool. Coming up at number 2 is going to be multiple things. Basically, what I'm going to show you here is just a ton of unused art, because I did this in one of my other videos, and I just found so much more that I wanted to share with you. So coming in at the first piece of art is going to be the Unicorn Chomper's early promotional art. You can see the Unicorn Chomper right there. They actually did decide to use that one. There's like a bobblehead for it. There's, for some reason, a Commando P bobblehead, which is really weird. It looks out of place. I'm going to zoom in. As you can see, these packs are actually hand-drawn. They're like different. And the packs at the bottom, the first one is the Helpful Fun pack. The second one is the Early Wondrous Pack of Greatness. The third one is the Phenomenal Character pack. The fourth one is, I think it's the Garden Warfare 1 customizables that you got, if you got the level in Garden Warfare 1. And of course, the last one is the Unicorn Chomper. I don't know why they scrapped these. I actually thought the hand-drawn was actually really, really cool. It really just adds a more like cartoony effect to it. Second one is going to be an Imp Mech with a character from the game Unravel. If you don't know what the game Unravel is, I don't really know what it is. All I know is that it's made by EA, and I guess this was going to be a promotional thing for both games, where I guess the Imp was going to have a mech ability or a different variant for the game. I don't really know how this would work. I guess it would just be like a promotional character for another one of their games. I don't know if it would have been temporary or forever, but I just thought it was so unique, because like, it's just such a out-of-place thing that they would have added. It's from a completely different game. The third one is going to be Nomis, I guess, like, patches? I don't really know what these are. These are Trials of Nomis logos that were scrapped. They look pretty cool. I don't really know what they stand for. The MM. You guys can find out what that stands for. Let me know. Obviously, the G is King Nomis. And yeah, you can see that there's an arrow sticking on it. It looks like they're on envelopes. In the background of these, it kind of looks like Main Street, so maybe they were using it as a placeholder. But my theory is, instead of unlocking a door, maybe you got a message. Maybe you got like a letter from King Nomis. Since Infinity Time is unlocked after you do all of the solo quests, the storyline, maybe after you completed Infinity Time, you got a letter from King Nomis, and then inviting you down to like the trials or something. I don't know. There's a lot of things that could have happened, but I just thought it was like super cool that these were found, and they're just completely unused. Coming up at number 4, there are 2 early concept designs for the Backyard Battleground bases. The first one is the plants one. They don't look incredibly different. As you can see, like they still have like the trees, the tortured trees, and the statues, and you know the Dave with the fork and the shovel. But you can just see that the concept design, it did look different. You know, the walls are extended out more. There's a different looking gate, and honestly, it just kind of looks empty without the background in the back. The tree looks more, I guess thicker. The leaves are purple. There's insides to the trees. It's just a weirder looking base. It just looks more like it looks corrupt. You know what I mean? The zombie one is about the same. I think they stuck with this one, except for the little front area. You can see that there's fences and there's just like a little front area that they clearly didn't use those, but I think everything else they used. But yeah, these concept designs, I've never seen them before, and I just thought they were really cool. Number 5 is going to be the Moonbase Z early objective concept. For some reason, the objective at the end of Moonbase Z, instead of being the ball minigame, was going to be like something with the gnomes. I don't quite know what this is, but it had something to do with gnomes and I guess gems or something? I don't know, but it really would be nice to know what this was going to be because it does look kind of cool. Speaking of gnomes, number 6 is going to be some King Gnomus concept art. He basically looks about the same. They got his whatever that is, floating mushroom. It's basically the same. They just have different designs for him. You know, kind of looks like Elf in a way in these. But yeah, these are just some concepts for him that I guess they ended up just mixing together and using. Number 7 is going to be some unused concept art for some completely scrapped plants. The first one looks to be like some sort of pineapple. I have honestly no idea what this is supposed to be. It kind of looks like multiple like variants of a class because you know there's one crawling, there's 2 crawling, there's one that looks like a snake, there's one that I mean I don't even know what these are to be honest, but I was looking online and these are actual concept designs for something. The next photo, you can clearly see one of them is like kind of like a chomper already. It's like a Venus flytrap. I don't really know what the rest of these are. One of them is a tree. 2 of them are trees. This is the pineapple one again. I'm just at a loss for what this is, to be honest with you. But this is actually one of the concepts for the game. It's just really strange. Just really strange with no context to what this is. But believe it or not, this is actually concept art. The next one is going to be probably one of the more well-known ones I'm going to show is the Gravedigger icon. If you didn't know, Gravedigger was a scrapped variant of the zombie class, probably the most well-known unused content in this game. But here's his icon. Not many people actually know his icon. He looks like he's got a flower on it, I think that is. And he's got, you know, his hat and his hair. I honestly am very upset they didn't go through with this because this looks super cool. Like, I really would want to know what he did. I just think his variant looks so cool. And the last one is going to be an Egyptian-themed imp mech. It was going to roll on, I guess, one of these balls. I guess you could design what it was going to be. It looks like it has a snake, probably going to be a cobra. The gun that it would use. It has some sort of gem at the top. Has a robotic arm. And it's cool. It's really cool looking. I really would want to know what the abilities would be on this. I guess one of them would be like some sort of roll, maybe like a venom shot or something like that. I don't know. This is really interesting. And I would actually want to see like what the imp would look like and what the imp would do. Since it's an Egyptian themed imp, maybe like Pharaoh imp or something like that. But none of these are comparable to number 1 because number 1 is going to be the promotion glitch. Yes, you heard it right. The promotion glitch. Promoting your character's glitch. For right now, this only works for zombie sides. I only found out the one for zombie sides currently. I'm sure there's a way to do it for plants, but when I figure that out, I will mention it. But basically, all you want to do is you want to have any zombie you want to promote at level 10. You don't want to promote them, but you just want to have them at level 10. You don't have to play the zombie, but for now, I am playing Hover Goat. He's Specialist 10, and I'm upgrading Hover Goat. I'm promoting Hover Goat. So what you want to do is you want to have your imp quests done, and you want to have the Zomburger open. You want to go to the imp. You want to select the quest that I'm selecting. You want to finish the quest. And right as you get to the end, what you want to do is you don't want to step inside that circle. You just want to go behind the circle. And when all the imps go into the circle, you want to press pause. You want to make sure you have your volume on because the imps are going to start laughing. Once you hear them stop laughing, what you want to do is you want to go out of the options screen and a cutscene is going to play. And once you have done this, what you want to do is you want to go to Zomburger. You want to pick any of these quests and you just want to go into them and you just want to wait for the timer to run out. When the Zomburger quest is done, what you want to do is you want to go as fast as you can to Zomburger, press B and spam A. Just keep spamming. And if you're on PlayStation, it's circle and X. And you just want to keep spamming, keep spamming, keep spamming until it teleports you back. Now, if you've done this, what you want to do is you want to go back to Zomburger. You don't have to rush it. You want to press B again, and you just want to spam A. If you're not able to go into the quest again, you've done it correctly. From here, what you want to do is you want to spam Y and A, and if you're on PlayStation, it's triangle and X. You just want to keep spamming them. Now, let's say you're promoting one character. Maybe do this like 20 times. You'll have enough. But if you're promoting like 10 characters, you want to do this for maybe like 5 minutes. Now, once you've done it for your amount of time, you did the glitch. Quickly head back into the promotion section and promote your character. And as you can see, you can just promote it as many times up until mastery, and you do get the coins for them. Only con to this glitch is you actually don't get the upgrades for them. They're technically not mastered. You do get the coins, you don't get the upgrades, and you also don't get the levels for this, which is really strange. But you get the coins, so if you guys don't really care about that, then there you go. That's how you do it. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to drop a like. If you guys are new, subscribe. If you guys didn't know any of these, let me know below. If you guys did, let me know which ones you guys did know. Don't expect there to be another one of these for some time because, as I said, these take a lot of time to find, research, and stuff. Again, huge thank you to LT Darkring for letting me use his fact in this video. Go subscribe to his channel and check out his video in the link in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.